Welcome back to the channel with the Aussie flag flying proudly in the background. Today we're going to do the final tour at Tenpines Fort. Let's get reviewing! So welcome back guys, finally we're back at Tenpines Bluff. And I thought I would do the tour of the fort. We haven't done this or been back here for so long. So it's time. And this was a really fun build, and it was the first time I'd ever used Cabin in the Woods, believe it or not. And I decided to build an old style fort, which hails back, I guess, to watching all those old John Wayne movies and Clint Eastwood and whatever. So let's go in and I'll show you around, and we'll see what we can get. So if you do remember, it has been a while, but obviously this is the front entranceway, and we've done a fairly good job with the this base here was from Thematic and Practical, and we just used some sandbags and
I'm listening.
Oh, Siri's listening. Hang on a sec, sorry about that guy. Okay, that's never happened before, that's nice. Let's go in. So we used these double doors, and it took us a while to figure that out. And we have a little information spot here. You report in here, but as you come into the settlement, and there's a few places you haven't seen me build. I actually didn't post these builds on the channel. So first of all, there is a little weapon shop in here, with a very short guy as a Napoleon syndrome. See, he's quite short. But I did have a series of guns in here. I don't know what happened to him. Dogmeat likes this place though. Hi, how you doing, bud? I did have a series of guns in here, but I think the settlers must have used them when there's been raids here or whatever. Come on, Dogmeat, we got places to go. We got the whole settlement to look at. So also here, and as you can see, I've left the original shack as it is. I have done nothing in here and just built around it, which I do a lot with my builds. There's a little graveyard in here, just down the side, just to fill up the that little area in the corner, just so it had something. And then we have the multiple levels. Remember, we put the platform up. Hi, how you doing today? Nice glasses, dude. Platform, so we just get that little bit more elevation. Of course, you can come here and help defend the settlement for the front. And then we have another one of these up here. And all these little guard houses are the same, or guard areas are the same. Put a little hanging lantern in from SOE, and we've got a pretty good outlook around. So I think the second, so we done all the walls first, and the second element that we made was this house here. So this is could really be a player house, I guess. Oh, and this lady's always in here. Hi, good morning. And you can see it's very simple. This is cool that you can actually store the magazines that you find around the Commonwealth in here. Lovely fireplace in here. And used mostly stuff that comes with the Cabin in the Woods for this, although creative clutter, I'm not sure what's going on here, but okay, we'll just shut the door, and that's for private time, I guess. So we have the downstairs, and then we built the upstairs. And again, I've improved a lot since then using this particular mod and understanding what fits together. So this is just a little bit of an office up here for the commander of the fort. Heavily Minuteman influenced, as you can see. And again, it's got quite a nice outlook. A quick look around. You can just feel the heat of that fire on your face, can't you? So I try and build these so they're very immersive and very believable. You know, I used a lot of these from G2M mod, and you would see these a lot in my settlements, these hanging lanterns. And I'll try and as much as possible give you an idea where all these pieces come from. Of course, these railings are from vanilla extensions. So either on the master plan series, I use a lot in this build, a heck of a lot. So the little information area, you can see it's just an old fridge. They come from Thematic and Practical, I think, this one. And yeah, just a little area to welcome people to the settlement. And then we'll get into the main settlement. So I'll put a little roof on the workshop area. This is something to help defend. And a little seating area so you can have a bit of a chat. And also, this is the fire for most of the settlers and the traders that come through. So I made a little seating area. You can see the airplane seats. I actually glitched in a little bit of tin there. There's a table. And so that was a nice little area there. Up the side here, nothing really going on, just in case you were wondering. And then we come to Tenpines Saloon, and thanks to one of my subscribers for the name. You know who you are, mate.
Seems to be growing well.
Fantastic, mate. Thanks for those suggestions. We built the saloon, and we made it. I put it out on the channel for suggestions to what we should call it, and so that was the winner. 10 pints at Tenpines. And if you've had 10 pints, yeah, it's probably time for bed, I think. So let's go in and have a look. You can see these hitching posts from the Nuka World DLC. Hi, how are you? Nobody's trying to dig it up the floor, but you can see it's a pretty basic bar. She's a bit impatient, isn't she? And most of the stuff's from Creative Clutter, a lot of these bottles and whatnot. She's not looking very happy today, is she? Anyway, just a couple of tables, so it's not much in here. And also we have an upstairs. Dog meat, get out of the way. Come on. I need to get up there. Now you remember there was a flaw in my my designs, and that was basically the door. You have to come in, open it, and then shut it. So you can see there's a little balcony to overlook the bar, and just a little bit of a player's house in here. For and you know, the story is she is the owner of Tenpines Saloon, and this is her little sanctuary away from all the madness, but she can keep an eye on the business if needed. Okay, close the door. Nice. What do you think, Dogmeat, so far? During this build, Dogmeat was very naughty during this build. Anyway, just jump right over the top of him. And so we come to the build I just posted on the channel, which has kind of prompted me to do the tour. So this is the general store, and you can see I've added some of these tables onto the front, and it just helps to sell the general store look. These are great, these little plants from Creative Clutter, and little miniature plants, and we'll just go in and say hello. See, it's a very kind of ramshackle, all things to all people kind of little general store. Hi, how you doing? Ooh, I like your little head on the wall. Okay. Yeah, of course, if you get tired, you can just have a sit down. So you've seen most of this. The original settlement before I built the fort, I actually had done a build, airplane build. I got airplane parts, got excited and built something. So we'll take you in. I left it in the settlement because I thought it was okay to leave in here. We'll have a look around. So there's a couple of conveniences with some wood sticking through. Yep, I've used this empty airplane seat thing again to just put the sink in, and I wanted to give it a feel that, you know, a lot of the luggage had been collected with the airplane part. Now, since I had done the airplane build, I actually had a wander around in the general area of Tenpines, And Tenpines is close to Zimonja, and there is actually a wrecked plane site where an airplane has come down. So it's totally believable that this would be here. So let's go upstairs, and you can see there's a nice little kitchen come relaxing area up here for the settlers to just chill when they're not at the pub or the saloon. Nice little area up here just for them to have a bit of a chat and have a bit of a relax after a hard day working the crops. Wander downstairs, and then downstairs we just have a little sleeping area. Not much to it, but again, although it was a separate build before I built the fort, it's very enjoyable to do. And then the old original house I just made into a little bit of a defensive area. Nothing much to this. You got a pretty good view right up the guts of the fort there. And I maintained the bathroom in here. I should really finish that off though. Dog meat is just getting in my way all the time. So I placed this windmill in here, and then I realised I could build around it. So here's some of the stuff you haven't seen me do. And so there's a little maintenance shed in here. Obviously you can come and sit and hide in here for all the electricity and whatnot that powers the settlement. And again, there's another guard post here with a good view over the back end of the settlement. So it's pretty well fortified, this settlement. And again, another guard post to this on this side. Hi, how you doing? And finally, the area you haven't seen. So if they actually do catch people that raid the settlement, this is where they come. Down here. And you can see there's already been some stuff going on in here, which I don't. This guy. So yeah, little jail area. I did actually record the build of this, but I just haven't posted it. So there you go, guys. That is Tenpines Fort. Extremely enjoyable build. It took a while just to get the various elements, and I only showed certain parts of the settlement builds, but I think there's a lot in. I mean, Tenpines is not the biggest settlement in the world, but there's a lot in this. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.